everyone, welcome to this video today. I hope you're doing great. We're going to be looking at the updates as it pertains to rainfall activity across parts of the Caribbean, and in addition to that, we'll also be looking at the wind forecast because it is very windy for some of us, really helping out to cool things down. And let's get into it. So this is a look at the satellite imagery. We can see that frontal system. Of course, it's pretty much been dissipated in the Caribbean. We don't see a whole lot going on in association with it directly. However, as we head towards the Western Caribbean, things are going to get a little interesting over the next 2 days or so, as there is going to be a little rain surge within the area. Elsewhere, though, along our intertropical convergence zone, we can see that cluster of showers and thunderstorms out there. This area is going to gradually get more and more active, especially as we head into the next couple of weeks. But taking a closer look at the region here, for most of us, it is sunny. Things get active towards parts of eastern Honduras, going to Nicaragua, also down to Costa Rica and just offshore western Panama. We can see that little cluster of showers and thunderstorms. There's some convective activity. Now we're going to see this area overall becoming a bit more active. We're going to be looking at the rainfall forecast for that. First, we are going to talk about the short term, and we'll look at the accumulation expected as we head through the rest of today and even into tomorrow and going to Wednesday as well. So this is what the Euro has to show. More color indicates higher rain totals expected. So over the course of the next day or so, as we head into tomorrow morning, we can see here that quite a bit of rain is expected between now and then within the Western Caribbean. So the easternmost part of Honduras, Nicaragua, Costa Rica, Panama, likely to be quite a bit of rain, maybe some heavy downpours, which may be enough to result in flooding across some areas. So please be mindful of that. A few showers may linger close by the Cayman Islands. A couple spots in Jamaica later today likely to experience some downpours, not for everywhere. Similar thing as we head to Hispaniola, especially for the Dominican Republic. Could also see some downpours later today in parts of Puerto Rico, and likewise for the Virgin Islands through the Lesser Antilles as well. And then down to northern South America, the Guyanas, Colombia, it's going to get pretty active. Elsewhere, not a whole lot of rainfall activity expected. So this is a look at the accumulated rain as we head through the a similar time period going further out to those. So this is as we head into Tuesday and then go into Wednesday. We can see a lot more color appearing within the vicinity of Jamaica, Hispaniola as well, and even towards Puerto Rico and Central America. So we're going to have a little piece of energy moving across parts of the Northern Caribbean. And the GFS model is pretty much in agreement with that as we head into tomorrow, going into the afternoon hours and into early Wednesday. We see that same expectation there. And even looking at the model run itself with the average precipitation rate and those green shadings you've seen, even those spots of yellow indicate all that moisture. So as we're going to be heading through time, there's a time up there as we head into tomorrow and then going to early Wednesday, we can see that increase in shower activity anticipated for parts of the Northern Caribbean, the Cayman Islands, Jamaica, maybe a few spots in the easternmost section of Cuba, Hispaniola, going to the Turks and Caicos Islands, and then all that's going to be moving out to the northeast. As we even look at the Euro model, the same thing is expected, an increase in rain, all that activity moving through and moving out to the Atlantic. So that's what is anticipated over the course of the next few days. And then as I mentioned, the wind forecast as well, it is very windy for some of us. And as we see these more vibrant shadings of purple and even headed to the blues, that is indicating stronger winds. So across much of the Caribbean islands, parts of Cuba, going to Jamaica, the Cayman Islands, even towards parts of Central America, and in the Southern Caribbean, it gets pretty windy. Winds exceeding 20 knots or so with higher gusts. And as I said, that's really helping to cool things down, especially if there's anywhere that's not really experiencing any rainfall or overcast conditions to help out with that heat. So the wind is really helping out in terms of that. So guys, that is what is going on. And in terms of this next, this little rain surge expected, please stay safe. If you experience any heavy downpours, if you see any flooded roadways, don't attempt to drive through, turn around, don't drown. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. That's what I wanted to bring to your attention today. And I do hope you found this video to be informative. But if you have any questions, please feel free to drop them in the comments. I'll get to you when I can. And remember to always do otherwise.